I love you people. You know why?
No.
No. Right. Because usually, before that, say 2, 3, 5 years ago, I used to deliver speeches before my mom in the kitchen. And it usually went like that. I usually told her my jokes, right? And she was washing dishes and listening to my jokes. And she was like, Dennis, have you finished your joke? And I'm like, yeah. She's like, great job, Dennis, great job. Almost as good as Petrosyan. But something happened lately. In Toastmasters, sometimes people ask you to repeat projects, right? My mom asked me not to repeat a speech ever. Well, I started telling my speeches to my colleagues at work, right? After I yelled that, my boss approached me and he's like, Dennis, do you like working here? Well, and I decided I would go to Toastmasters and do stand-up because of that, right? Well, and you know what? Another reason I love you, well, almost literally, because you speak English. On one hand, it's not a very good thing, because I once performed before an audience and they were laughing at all of my jokes and I enjoyed them. I loved the people, right? But I overheard 2 people, right? Like 2 ladies, two girls sitting there, and she's like, "А чё он сказал?" And the other girl, "Не знаю, но вроде смешно." On the other hand, it's great that you know English, because one of my friends, a girl I know, asked me to tell her my joke, and I was like, okay, you speak English? She's, yeah, I do. Okay, I will tell you something and ask you a question. I'm telling her something, and I'm like, what is your name? And she's like, а ты меня сейчас что-то спросил, да? Okay, great. Speaking with Russian people in English is one thing. It's a completely different thing speaking to foreigners, because people have a lot of miscommunication. For example, even with names. For example, one American friend of mine told me, Dennis, I'm not calling you Denis. And I'm like, why? And he's like, I had a girlfriend, Denis, back in high school. Like, I'm not calling you Denis. On the other hand, we have a club, Toastmaster club in St. Petersburg, and they have the president there from Zimbabwe, and his name is Tatenda, right? And he introduces himself to me like, I'm Tatenda, I'm Denis, and we decided to go to a bar together. And somebody asked, where you going? And Tutumba and I going to a bar. And he's like, I'm not Tutumba, Denis. And I go, okay, sorry, Tatenda. We went to the bar, and I introduced him to a girl, and I'm Natasha, Tutumba. He's like, I'm not Tutumba, Dennis. What's wrong with you? And another thing is, we are not very good at discerning, say, African people or Asian people, right? And I'm a little nervous for Asians, because you see Chinese in Moscow tours, right? And I'm really nervous about them. You know why? Because one day you have a group of Chinese and they're taking pictures, and a policeman is like, Sergeant Petrov, your documents, please. And he's like, Wubu Ming Bai? And the policeman is like, Ivanov, take Tajiks to the car. And Asian people, are you okay with that? Right. And Asian people are pretty cool. Has any of you been to Thai massage? Thai massage, right? Do you know what Muay Thai is?
Oh yeah.
Right? Muay Thai.
Yeah.
Well, Thai massage is the same thing, right?
No.
Right. But they only hit you when you lay, right? Thai massage. Right. Something weird. A small lady, a pretty pleasant lady, decided to kill me. I'm not joking. She was elbowing me, kneeing me when I was laying. And have you ever watched action movies where people break other people's necks, right? Right? She did it twice to me. Probably wasn't strong enough. She's like, relax, relax. Like, what are you doing? Relax. So I don't know. I leave you with that. I guess I'll leave with that. I'm glad that you speak English. I love being in an international community. We have some miscommunication, but nevertheless, it's great being around English-speaking people.